welcome back. Before we continue, I want to move the ship on plot method in level completed to before the while loop, because the enemy beams will continue their paths and then there might be paths through the ship, so I wanted to delete it before the loop. Now, when we enter the next level, we instantiated a new barrier, however, we also need to plot it. Now, the explosion invoke call we also need to do from level completed. We already do it in the life lost method, as we can see there, but we also need it in level completed in case of an explosion that is ongoing when we reach state level completed. It's still compiling. Now, let's go to the enemy move method to add a function play enemy sound. So let's do that down here with among the other private methods. Over here is good, so private void play enemy sound. Now we also need new variables here. We need another timer for the sound, the interval between the different sounds we want to play. So let's call it _sound. And then we also need a private int sound index that keeps track of which sound we will play. I will loop over the 4 sounds that is played in the original game. In the constructor we set the sound index to 0 and we instantiate the _sound variable and set it to a new timer, and we use the move init speed. So we set the timer to move init speed. I'm sorry that was a little bit quick. Now back to the new method. So we switch over the sound index and K0. Then we call a sound enemy1 method that we don't have yet, but we'll create it soon, and then break. Same thing for case 1. We call sound enemy2 break, and case 2, same thing, sound enemy3 and break, and then finally case 3. We will in case 3 we will call sound enemy4 and break. And let's add a default statement as well. Do nothing. Break. Then we need to increase the sound index. And then of course check if it is 4, then we set it back to 0. Alright. Good. Up here, we need to reinstantiate the sound class. So we set it to a new timer with the move speed. Back to the new method again. Let's implement the sound methods in the static sound class. We just copy one of the other ones here and create 4 new methods for enemy 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I've already created vav files for this, called enemy1.vav and enemy234.vav. Alright. There we go. And it's compiling, but we have an error, a warning, I mean. Okay, I forgot to use the timer. So let's go back to the game class. I'm sorry, let's go to the enemies class, of course. If not sound is counting, then return. It should be the other way around. If it's still counting, do nothing. Alright, so up here we had sound, new timer, move init speed, and down in the move method I have sound equals new timer, move speed. There it is. So, but in the end, the move speed will be, the enemies will be moving very quickly, and the sounds will play too fast. So let's keep the 0 case. The sound timer will never be lower than 1. So let's try it out. Even faster. Okay, I think they played too fast here, so let's change it to 2. And we don't want any enemy beams now. So let's try it. And we're done.